Well, joining me today on Talking Pints, and it's pretty appropriate really because it's a game that started in pubs and it's played by players that like a pint. Yeah, I'm joined today by Bobby George. Bobby, mate, very nice to see you.
Cheers.
Cheers. All the very best. It couldn't be more appropriate. See, I've always said that every pub's a parliament because it's in pubs where people come together after a day's work and we talk about the England football manager, or we talk about the local councillor who we think's blooming useless, or how we might vote in the next election, or whatever it is. So pubs have always been great places to have a chat.
Pubs used to be like, if you had something, say you want a plumber, go in there, Harry's a plumber. Harry, can you use a favour? Yeah, I'll put round, not today, the next day. So-and-so's a gardener, one's a bricklayer. You got all sorts of people in a pub. But it was handy because you always got someone to do a job.
And the pub was the centre for millions of people. It was the centre of their lives, wasn't it?
It's changed, the pub game's changed now.
Yeah.
A shame. It's not the same. It's nice that when I come here, I see all the lights on and the flowers outside the pub. It's nice to go in a pub. I mean, I've got a bar in my house. It's like a pub. I've got a pub in my house.
I've seen it. I've seen newspaper articles about it.
So it's not the same as a pub going out and meeting people.
No.
So I only have people that I like have a drink with me. But that's not always the same. I remember one thing in the pub made me laugh. This guy walks in the pub. I knew him. He's a builder. He said, "But do you know anyone wants a couple of weeks' work?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "I'll ask you, me ask." He said, "Yeah. Excuse us, lads," I said. "Anyone want a couple of weeks' work?" And this bloke, Kissy, his name was, he said, "How much you paying?" The bloke said, "I'll pay you what you're worth." He said, "I ain't working for that." So I thought that was really clever. You know, I'll never forget that. So you can't get that humour out of a pub. You
I know. Well, conversation, humour, Mickey taking, but also pub games. Pub games. Now, you know, darts, of course, one of the absolutely, I mean, there's other games too, isn't there? You know, the dominoes and all the things.
Shove out, do you got?
Shove out, I used to like shove out.
Yeah.
But darts, of all, if there was one game we'd associate with pubs, it's darts.
Right. I'm a dart player, I'll get a birthday card. It's got a pint and 3 darts there on the front. Because they associate me with the darts and the pub.
Yeah.
You don't go into a greengrocer's to play darts, do you?
No.
So
when did you start playing darts?
Well, funny, I never started playing darts till I was 30 years old.
It's amazing.
30 I was.
That's ridiculous.
Because I thought it was like, I used to lift things for money, arm wrestle. I was a big boy then. And I was going to a pub and they'd double, "Oh, well done, Joe, have a beer," pat him on the shoulder. What was that all about? Anyway, I went fishing. I like fishing. I don't like sea fishing, but I did go sea fishing. I had about 3-4 tickets for the Metropolitan Police Park inside. God knows how they asked me, right? Anyway, 3 or 4 of us went together, and it was so you couldn't fish. It was in Kinsale in Ireland.
In Ireland, yeah.
Rough as anything. So this bloke, Malcolm Ellis, a mate of mine, he said, "Let's go in the pub and have a game of darts." He said, because I couldn't count. He said, "When you get a dart player, you've got to learn to count."
Not these days. These days they've got these.
Yeah, but they still got to learn to count in their head what way to go to give them more chances. Because one dart can make you or one dart can break you. Mm. So anyway, he said, "Well, how do you do that?" Because I wanted like some shot. He said, "treble 18." I said, "Where's that?" He says, "There." I go, boom. Now we're double 16, boom. He said, "I don't know how you do that." I didn't think I was good. I just thought, what's he on about? He said, "I've been playing 16 years and I'm one of the best players in Anal." "You never played?" I said, "Nah." He said, "You got to play." I went, "Nah," didn't bother. Then I would come home. A week or so went by. I went to see these best players with him in the area. And I thought, well, if they're the best in the area, I can beat them. I didn't.
No, just natural aptitude for the game.
I'm born with it. You've got to be born with something.
Yeah.
I suppose you're still looking for yours.
Oh, I might never get there. Bobby, you know.
Anyway. Hey, I forgot what I was saying there.
I was talking about your, apart from joke telling,
right.
You had natural aptitude for this game.
Anyway, I was born with it.
Yeah.
So he said, "You got to practice." And so I practiced. I brought a dartboard and I practiced, not very long, a couple of weeks later. Anyway, we had to go to Hainault for the Super League. The Super League is the best players in the area, just started, 76 this was. And you had the best players in the area to form a Super League team, to play, like Hainault will play Southend and Southend will play Summit. So all the counties play all the places. So I went along with this Malcolm, and this bloke, Johnny Squires, I never forget him. He only had 1 tooth, this bloke. That's why I never forgot him. And I thought it looked like a dog in sticking out of his mouth. And I thought, but he was a nice bloke when he didn't smile. When he smiled, he used to fire the life out of me. So he said, "What are you doing here, Robert?" Robert, I was in. I said, "Malcolm told me to join." He said, "No, we want good players. Can't have just anyone join," which I know what he meant afterwards, you know about. So Malcolm said, "Well, you got to make it. If you don't join, if you don't let him join, I won't play." He said in it either. And he was the best player. He went, "Oh, all right, put me in." Anyway, we had a tournament in the Maypole Bowl inside, all these boards up, put loads of balls in, and 2 go through. And I was one who went through, and Malcolm Ellis was the other one who went through. The guy who put me there says 2 of us. Then we have to play for the county masters. So about 6 weeks later, I went there and I won the Essex Masters. I was Essex Master champion. Yeah. So all of a sudden, I've gone from not knowing the game, I learned to count quick, I had to the best player in Essex, because of the tournaments. But how I learned to count, I took a dartboard to bed with me.
Did you?
Yeah,
that's different.
Right? That's different. Gets in the way, all the wires do. Anyway, I've got to move this. I've got to be careful what I say here.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Anyway, I took a dartboard in bed with me, and I had a sheet of paper, and I thought, like, 82, treble 14, double top. What way could you go about 1? I went round the dartboard, 25, 17 tops. So if a bullseye is with 32, the 25 is a big target. Mm-hmm. So if you don't hit the treble, if you don't hit the bullseye, you got the 25.
Yeah.
So you can still finish the game.
Because it's an
17 tops, because you got an out. Yeah. But you got to know that automatic. It's like telling the time, Darcy counting his memory, the combinations. He's not counting at all. It's like you look at a clock. Yeah, you can look at a clock straight away. What's the time? 4 o'clock.
But you pick all this up. You pick all this up. You take the game up late, right? Yeah. You pick all this up, and suddenly you're on telly. Yeah. And darts went from being a game in pubs to being watched by huge numbers of people. And I remember watching. Yeah. I mean, you were one of the big. Well, quite flash, really, weren't you?
No, look, see this stuff here. See this? All Mickey Mouse. This is all sugar. Right? Sugar and chocolate.
You were one of the big. But darts became this huge game on television.
The thing is, I thought that darts is a great game. Now, because I can't slag it off. It's great. It's a big family. Darts is like a family. You go to Japan, can't talk the lingo, but they can play the game. You go anywhere in the world, you put your name out on a dartboard, it's the same. So you mix easy with people. Dart players have a drink, never see any rows, all night a beer, because it's a part of the game.
But they're not drinking on TV the way they used to.
No, they stopped that in 1980. I think 80. They stopped smoking and stopped drinking because they thought, well, because kids watch it. Yeah. And if I'm a hero of a kid or something, he's my hero. What he drinks, I'll have a drink. Yeah. And I got pulled up with the police once, and I thought they'd do me for speeding. But I was hammering it down at M11. And they pulled me over. I'm going to get done here. I said, what, speeding? No. He said, we stopped you because we do a lot of kids things, and we all talk about drinking and driving. Mm. And they said, well, how do dart players so accurate? Now, they couldn't answer it because you never drink and be accurate.
And still be able to play.
Yeah, but I said to them, you can drink and play. You can't sit at that bar for an hour drinking and then play. But when you're playing, you're burning it off. You can do it.
You're burning it off playing darts?
Burning the sugar and whatever you got. Right. Because the pressure. There's different pressure darts. Yeah. I mean, you don't play, you haven't been under that pressure. You get under pressure when someone asks you a good question and your brain's going through there, right? Dart is pressure.
But you all came.
But once drink goes with the game.
But you all became stars, didn't you? You all became...
I mean Eric, there's John, there's Tony Brown.
You would walk down the street, people would know exactly who you were.
Because a football match, you got loads of people running about. Yeah. Dart play, you only got 2. Because the split screen, they've done the split screen, so they can see the face.
But the dart players today don't have the profile that you had a few years ago.
No. Well, they have in darts lingo as such. The Michael Van Gogh, he's probably the best player in the world.
Yeah.
But he earns a lot of money.
But these guys are not household names the way that you were.
No, because BBC is very powerful.
Yeah.
BBC, they do things properly, very powerful.
Yeah.
So the BBC done it for a long lot of years.
Yeah.
So it goes to India, it goes everywhere. I mean, I didn't know it goes to them countries. Because I was in America once and this woman said, "Hi there." I said, "Oh, you're the guy that throws the little arrows." So I thought, yes, in America. You know, you don't expect that. It's very powerful. But I had to change the game.
Through all that fame that you had,
Yeah.
Did you make a few quid out of it?
Also,
You did.
well, got this bit. That's a bit I
No, but really, was it? Was
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah, of course it was.
He was good, yeah.
All right, the money they're getting now, they said, "Oh, Bobby, wouldn't you like to be there then?" I said, well, at my time, the money went the same distance as them.
Yeah.
Because you could buy a house at the beginning at £8,000. You can't buy a house for £8,000 now. So you got 250 grand.
But you're still involved with the game, aren't you? Very
I'm
much
still
so.
involved. I don't play tournaments, because I've got to sacrifice my life on the dartboard. There's a tournament coming out. Be interested. It's the world champion over 50s.
Right, yeah.
Right, which is good. So Phil Tuller's going in it. A lot of people who won the world championship getting old, they've all gone in it.
Yeah.
They asked me, and I said, "Look, I don't want 9 months on the dartboard because I don't want to make myself look a prat when I'm playing." So you have to sacrifice things to get on the dartboard, and I don't want to do that now. So I play fun darts now.
You commentate, you...
Commentate,
I've seen you commentate.
Yeah, and I do fun darts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the warm-up man. I'm the clown probably.
Yeah.
But I love doing it. You can't. It's not just the darts. It's the people in darts. It's a great crack. It's a great
Anyway,
feeling.
Bobby, you're an accidental success, aren't you?
Do that in English. Now, what's that really?
Well, you hadn't planned. Most people, when they're teenagers, say, "I want to be this."
Yeah.
And some get there, a lot don't.
Yeah, it's true.
But you suddenly happen upon this.
Bang, I was there.
By luck.
I was there quick. I can't believe how quick I got there.
I think the moral of the story
It's
is
just-
try everything, isn't it? Because you never know in life what you can do.
Every person you can see has got something that you can't do.
Yeah, just got
Got
to find
something, and they just got to find it.
Yeah.
Some can sing and don't. Some can draw.
it.
You know, I met a young guy. He's autistic, 28 years old, lives in Wales. He draws with a pencil, and his mother. He gave me this picture of me. Right, he wanted a picture of me, so my wife sent it on the phone, and he copied it. You can't tell the difference between the one on the picture, the proper picture, and the drawing. You put them together.
Because he can do it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, best in the world. He's definitely the best guy I've ever seen draw. He's the best in the world. He does the little hairs on your face.
Well, Bobby, I've got to tell you, I've played plenty of pub darts over the years. I'm not taking you on.
No.
But it's lovely for you to come on and join us on here and talk to us about darts and your life. The moral of the story with Bobby George is try everything, because you never know. There might be a hidden talent somewhere. This guy found it and made a great life for himself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.